Many volunteers refused to talk about Russia's attack in Ukraine for a year and a half. Galina Artyamenko was gathering money to help refugees from Ukraine after sending troops to western country of the Kremlin. He discovered that other 2 volunteers were prevented. Artyamenko, according to the bank collections, was for suspicious purposes after President Vladimir Putin sent troops to Ukraine last year. Authorities put pressure on opposition and criticized attacks that sentenced attack to long prison. Like other volunteers who help Ukrainians, Artyamenko pays attention not to give an opinion about the ongoing conflict, as even human operations can sometimes be seen in Russia with suspicion. Despite the obstacles he encounters, he collects online donations and uses money to get clothes, medicines and food for people who have to flee Russia or a Russian-controlled zone in Ukraine. He entertains the Ukrainians who regularly come to St. Petersburg by train, helping accommodation, finding a job or organizing travels from Russia to the European Union. Artyamenko said that thousands of people in Russia helped Ukrainians, but they prefer not to talk about it for security reasons. He said, even if no law forbids the unfortunate people to help people who fall into misfortune, many volunteers refuse to talk about Moscow's attack in Ukraine or their help to refugees. And they are afraid attracting attention of the authorities who regularly arrest people accused cooperating with Kiev or reviewing Russian army. Lyudmila, a 43-year-old volunteer who prefers to hide his surname, said that many people were pacifists that could not explicitly express their positions and alleviate their conscience by helping the victims of conflict. We can't stand idle. We should help those who are worse than us and suffer, said. Artyamenko added, this is the only way to stay for us. More than 1 million refugees from Ukraine and Russia according to the United Nations. Approximately 1.3 million refugees were recorded from Ukraine in Russia as of December 2022. According to Russia's estimates discussed by NGOs, the number stands more than 5 million. Some of these people transition to northwestern Russia, which limits the European Union. Others say they want to stay in Russia. Kiev accused Kremlin of deporting Ukrainians to Russia and pushing them to buy Russian passports. Moscow refused to blame, insisted that Ukrainians were voluntarily arriving or released to security solidarity networks, which help refugees such as Artyamenko, have been operating in Russia since the beginning of the attack in 2022. On the last Saturday, Artyamenko bought and left some home products in the humanitarian aid warehouse for Ukrainian refugees. Shoes, clothes, food products and household appliances can be seen sitting on the wooden shelves at the collection point visited by 10 families per day. Then Artyamenko went to buy a pair of glasses for a woman from the eastern Ukrainian town.